3, 2, 1.
Welcome to my second review today, and I'm excited about this one because Mrs. B-Rad actually found a beer that she enjoys, and we went to one liquor store. They didn't have it, so I knew it probably we could get it at this other liquor store, Rob's World of Beers, and sure enough, they had it. And the guy at Burkhart was trying to steer me not in a bad direction, but in a sour or tart, like some of the mango beers. This is a mango beer, and it's just I knew from experience that it wasn't going to be as sweet, because this is the sweetest mango beer that I have tasted. Let's start this show off right. If you're going to drink, don't drive. If you're going to drive, don't drink. It's something near and dear to my heart. 22 veterans died daily to PTSD, suicide. So please, if you know a veteran or someone suffering from PTSD, reach out to them and acknowledge that person. Maybe put a smile on the face, acknowledge their existence. That could possibly save their life, believe it or not. All right. This beer is, I was shocked, and I have done a review. It was one of my earlier reviews, and my friend Casey, he's obsessed with being a pirate. I'm a pirate. It was called Pirate Booty. So Hoppin Frog put out a porter called Pirate Booty, and anyone knows I'm not really a porter kind of guy, but man, it was really delicious, and it would be a beer that I could, I don't know if I do go to, but I mean, I could probably sit and offer, my guests a few of them, if I'm entertaining or at a family gathering, what have it. All right, now let's get down to the marketing of this. Marketing is a big player as far as how I purchase beers, believe it or not. All right, Hoppin Frog. I'm not even going to get into this. It is a wrap. Ankron, Ohio. A juicy mango taste. Aroma adds a delightful tropical complement to the refreshing lemon and light malt flavors of our turbo Shandy. Complex and satisfying, taking citrus ales to a whole new level. Store in a cool place. HoppinFrog.com. Brewed by Hoppin Frog Company, Ankron, Ohio. Now, Hoppin Frog, I couldn't gather a lot of information on their website. And please, if you are a craft beer person, and I know, like I have like 5 people who actually watch this, but if you're 5 people and you happen to know a brewer, please tell them to put on the website how it started, how things got kicking. Maybe it was 3 friends in a garage. They decided to make their own beer, and then that went on to, they went on and got a business loan, and then they started their own brewery, and wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, there it goes. Or someone that's always had, just did the home brewing for years, and then decided, hey, I'm going to start a bar, or I'm going to a tap room and get this all going. So I am super excited. Like I said, I couldn't find a whole lot of information on the Hoppin Frog. I'm going to give them a 2 out of 5 on their marketing. That's, I don't know. I don't think it's very creative, and it could be a lot better. But marketing, they don't have to, because believe it or not, they are they have got, when I looked them up, they've literally got like 100 awards, not rewards, achievement Christmas, man. That one shot of whiskey really did me in. They got they've got several awards for their beers and stuff. And after having this one and the Pirate Booty Porter, I believe it. I believe I know why. And as far as my mangoes go, I'm obsessed with the mango beers. Univita took number 1 spot. These guys are at number 2 spot, and then I forget who I have at number 3 spot. Probably the Cool Ship. And sometime I'll sit down and write down all the mangoes to the number 1. But this one really is kind of it was a fight between first place on this one, and I've always said on the mangoes, is something I would like to see, something a little bit more sweeter, and that's something that Hoppin Frog brought to the table it's a little bit sweeter. So I don't know how, since I'm not a brewer, I don't know how they got a more sweeter taste, or a mango sweeter taste. Not because most of the time when they add the mango in there, somehow it turns it in kind of like a sour, or it is a sour or a gosa, something like that. Let's get on with this. God, it smells good. And I was at Buffalo Wild Wings, and I got this glass because I donated to the Boys and Girls Club. So it's made by Sam Adams, and I know this is probably the closest thing to an actual, beer glass I'll get. So, all right, now look at that. Yeah, absolutely fantastic head. The bubbles are not dissipating. I'm going to say small to a few mediums in there. And this is an ale, so it's a little cloudy and stuff, but I think it has good color to it. I'm gonna give the head a 4.0. I'm gonna give the color of the beer a 3.7, and let's give her a taste. See how she tastes, mate. Wow, I mean, the mango just pops in your mouth, honestly. If you don't like mango, I wouldn't suggest this, but it's a great beer. Right up front, you get a big hit of mango, and then it mellows out, and where you taste, I don't know, you got some other like citrus notes in there, maybe a little lime or something, lemon, and of course your malt and stuff in there. But it's like I said, I've been screaming for a little bit sweeter mango, and I would say this is a little bit sweeter, a lot sweeter actually. It's pretty sweet for a ale at that. I'll give it another sip, Yeah, it's just got maybe a peach flavor. I mean, just like a real good fresh peach, I like it. I can see why they won a lot of awards. And this company has only been doing this for like 6 years, and that's pretty impressive. And they're sold around the world. I believe they're sold in, I think when I looked it up, 23 states, and we're one of them. So that's a pretty big area. And I've heard transportation of beer between states is a fucking nightmare, depending on your distributors and stuff like that, whether or not they want to get it, and yada yada yada, because I've asked. And but to send this across seas, man, that's freaking amazing, man. You're a craft brewer, you've been in business 6 years, and you're already shipping overseas and stuff, and you've literally have, I don't know, you have many award-winning beers and best beers and stuff like that, man. That's absolutely fantastic. This beer, man, I forgot who the brewmaster is, or the owner of it is, but right out of the gate, man, they knocked it out of the park, and they haven't stopped. They haven't stopped yet. So, and I believe somewhere in Akron, they've got like a tap room that serves like gourmet food and stuff like that. So if their food is half as good as their beer, man, oh my God, if you're in Akron, Ohio, please stop off at the Hoppin Frog. Tell them B-Rad sent you, of course. And, the best beer is free beer, your beer, and the beer that you like to drink at the end of the day. And hopefully I'm just driving that truck down the road to get you to that beer destination of your liking. And hopefully you're going to like a Turbo Shandy Citrus Ale. Very good. Like I said, Miss B-Rad doesn't really like beer a whole lot. She's into the like Belgian wheat, Blue Moon, stuff like that have the citrusy notes and stuff inside of it. So that's kind of her thing. So the smell. Did I give the smell a rating? I give the smell a 4.0. I'm gonna give the taste a 4.2. Let's say you're in Ankron, Ohio, you're at their tap room having a good time and stuff, and there was a Marine friend of mine. He happens to be traveling in the area because he works for a brewery, and hopefully this brewery is participating in beer contests so their beer can get award-winning accolades. So here he is, Casey. Arr, I want to challenge you to the drink off. All right, I call this the chug test, chugability. And I'm doing the work for you, so maybe you have a slight hint of opportunity to beat Casey. So let's get on with this chug challenge here. Maybe you have an opportunity to beat a professional drinker such as Casey Patch and professional pirate. Arr. Prost, skull, cheers. Ooh. I'm not gonna lie, since it is pretty sweet for beer, a little harder to get down. So this one, you might want to be a little cautious, but it's very delicious. Smooth, clean. It's not really light. It's a great beer, man. Out of the park, Hoppin Frog. Check them out. They are award-winning beers throughout the United States and the world. So, and only been in business for 6 years. So that's pretty freaking impressive. All right. This is the part where I like to say thank you to the men and women that sacrifice all for this great country. I appreciate their sacrifice, because without their sacrifice, I wouldn't be able to live here in this country being free. And if you don't think we're not free and everything, then you need to go to a third world country and see how they live, because their freedoms are... Mrs. B-Rad is text messaging me, asking me where I'm at. So I got to wrap this up. To the men and women sacrifice all for this great country. And just to pull wherever you are. Whew. All right. My reviews couldn't be possible without people kindly directing me. And I would say Brad Lance for donating equipment to me. Mark Williams, a childhood friend of mine I went to school with, he directed me on, doing the pouring it in the glass, the smell, the look, and all that stuff. Scott Losky, just because he watches and supports me. Casey Patch, Gary Beckner, his wife, Kristen, of course, my wife, Mrs. B-Rad, and everyone else, Stony Vineyard. I'll keep on saying your name as long as you're commenting and hitting the like button, brother. And thank you guys very much. Please subscribe, share the shit out of this. I'm up to 42 viewers now. 42 and strong. And of course, thank you, everyone. Cheers, Prost, Skull, and Semper motherfucking Fi.